Hello. I guess by now most of you heard about the father and the 20-something-year-old daughter that perished going up Katahdin. And it's a bad deal. I don't know why people go above the tree line. Last year, I think there was 3 people in New Hampshire that passed away because they didn't take gear with them above the tree line. And they thought, oh, I'm a runner, I'm in great shape, and I'll be up and over by this time. And they didn't realize the snow got deeper up there, and and then they got in trouble. I mean, you don't have to have a big survival kit. Some of you guys don't know, I was a vertical caver. Which that meant is I rappelled down into caves and climbed the rope back up. When we went to Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, that's where all the big caves are. But one thing about caving, when you belong to the cave clan, they always told you, have 2 garbage bags, which is for hypothermia, water, food for 24 hours. In case you got trapped in the cave, you had it with you. You're with a group of people, so if you got trapped, they at least could get out and call cave rescue, and they'd come and get you. But if you don't have the stuff with you, you're SOL. And here's a fanny pack. Water. I'd always carry hot hands with me. These are insoles in case your feet get cold. Because a lot of them caves, there's some hot chocolate, some cup of soup, some coffee. I always told you to carry a candle. You can take and boil water in that. Or you can carry, this is my Boy Scout solid fuel stove, but we'll come back to that. 2 garbage bags. So anyways, if you had a candle, and you could also substitute the garbage bags for one of them SL bivvies that gets about that round and about that wide. Don't weigh nothing. They're made out of that mylar, and they're orange. Even on the Appalachian Trail, I seen a kid take and use one of them SO bivvies and slid it inside a sleeping bag. And it's all right, but once it gets above 20 degrees, you sweat. Now here on the bottom of this is our Arcturus 5x7 space blanket. Since 1975, I've probably gone through, ripped up, I'd say 8 of these from use. I said, well, you wonder why. Well, I used the heck out of them, because at one time I didn't even have the money for a tent. And I used to go out and bivvy in them in all kinds of weather. I had a good sleeping bag. I have one of them army jobs. But here is a small survival kit. I bought one of these. These is UST containers, but I beefed it up. I put some black and white fire starter. These throwaway space blankets, I suggest you should carry 2 of them. I am going to pull some of this stuff out. This little open L, it was a mistake. It's not locked back. It's real small. When I ordered this, I thought I was ordering this. This is an open L. This is also a lock. It's a lockback. And I thought, what am I going to do with this? It's sharp as all get out. But the knife that came with this wasn't very good. And I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw that knife away. There's a button compass. Whistle. That is most important thing. I don't care if you're day hiking, backpacking, always carry a whistle. If you get hurt, this will go a lot farther and it'll save your voice. This is something from my old Boy Scout days. I used to tell the kids, buy that and carry it. It's called a hot spark. It's a ferro rod. Not very big, but it will build fires. And you can see I busted the end of it off by using it. There's Band-Aids in there. Even though I don't, not much of, but I do carry a signal mirror. And of course there's a little sewing kit in there, some Band-Aids. There's the striker for the ferro rod. This is a little multi-tool. A little pair of pliers, some screwdrivers. Now you say, why do you have that Swiss Tech? Well, these handles get hot. Protects your hands. And I put some of these Smoky Bones because I use the alcohol wipes. Every once in a while I put some new Band-Aids in. But, yep. Getting all this stuff back in is a chore in itself. Little open out. Also in there, in that, I have some string, and I have a lock blade knife stuck down in there. That is a grenade pouch. That way I can put it to my belt. If I'm going into unfamiliar territory, hunting, yep, it goes with me. You never know if you have to booney. Stay out at night for all kind of reasons. Sprain an ankle or like I said, above the tree line, you should carry a stove, something to cook in, a candle, something to cover up. I even suggest windbreaker. And if you don't have the money, I mean, 2 trash bags, the big ones, they don't cost you much. A candle, $1 general. Or flea market. Same way with this. I bought this at flea market. I got it for $1. You can boil water in it. These tea candles. Take that poncho, drape it over you. Put the tea candle in between you, or the candle. Light it. Carry a Bic lighter. They don't cost much. Or one of my favorites, transient stove. I carry this little X stove. Or if you want to let's turn it down a little bit. Like I said, this is a kit. I even bought one for my grandson. Cheap kit from, it isn't even a brand, transient brand. It's Chinese knockoff, but it works. It served me well. That's why I bought him one, because he's into with church group. He's into they're going camping and stuff, and I figured, hey, he's traipsing around the woods with me. He ought to have his own stove. And forgot to put my bobby pin back there. Or not bobby pin, but safety pin back in. It's not a great big survival kit, but it'll get me through most anything. I've carried those throwaways out camping, and cold front come in. I'm sleeping in a hammock. I was cold. I couldn't get warmed up. So I got into my pack, up my throwaway space blanket, pulled it out, covered up with a real light sleeping bag, and I went to sleep. I've been out winter camping, and it got cold, and I was with a wool blanket, and I had 3 wool blankets, and they weren't real good ones. They were Harbor Freight ones, and I'm not knocking Harbor Freight. They just wasn't made for that. So if you're going above the tree line, please carry just the basics. Like I said, you know, I carry a poncho. I've carried an army poncho for years. Ooh. Gotta put this stove back in. These Esbit stoves are great little stoves that don't weigh much, but the bad thing is Walmart doesn't carry them, and you have to order them on the internet. And I'm not knocking the U.S. Postal Service. They gotta make a living too, or you know, pay for themselves. Carry a compass. There's a cheap one, but it's a pretty good one. Yeah, I bought it on Amazon. It's a cheap Chinese one. It's not a Suno, but it does everything the Suno does. And it's accurate, because I checked it against my other one. My old Boy Scout one is 14 degrees off, so I retired it. And but on the Appalachian Trail, the reason why I got this one is to shoot azimuth, long distance. That's why the mirror, because you can read, put it in the doghouse, read your thing, and then look at the backside, and you know where you're headed and where you need to return. And trust me, map and compass, teach yourself how to read it, save your life. All right, I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to do another quick video on top of this.